So now there's a couple things that we are going to do before heading up Death Mountain, and one of the things that we really need to do is get the Hylian Shield. You're going to need 200 rupees in order to buy the shield, and I actually have over 200 right now, but in case you do not have quite that much, I'm going to show you two quick things you can do to get rupees. The first of which is you can kill the Guays here in the graveyard. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. It's G-U-A-Y, they're basically crows. Guay, I don't know. I always say Guay, even though I know that's probably incorrect. You want to kill all the crows, you can use your Gale Boomerang to suck them up, and so bring them to you where you can slash them with your sword. You can also just kind of walking around like crazy and lure them down to you so you can smack them with your sword, but it's faster to use the Boomerang. You can also use the Slingshot to hit them from afar. One quick thing that's worth noting is that there is a beehive right here in this tree, so be careful not to bring that down, because then the Hylian hornets will attack you. You can also use your slingshot, whatever, to smack these guys. Once you've defeated all the Guays, then they will drop a bunch of rupees from the sky. Yay! There are several areas throughout Hyrule Field and such where there are a bunch of Guays, whatever, that you can kill them to kill the whole gaggle of birds, and it will drop rupees. So, cool little trick for you. Here there is one of the golden bugs. It is actually right here against this tree. I actually sucked this one up with my Gale Boomerang on accident. And then in case, this is the male ant. So there are 2 golden bugs per area, so we'll be off getting the female ant in just a moment. There's also some lamps here in this area, whatever, some like pedestal areas that you can light on fire with your these torches. That you can light them on fire with your lantern, and it will cause a large chest to appear that contains a purple rupee, which is worth 50. Now, I did not grab it right now because I am quite full on rupees, and our rupee limit is pretty small at the moment, so I did not want to waste the rupees because we'll be getting a lot of rupees in the next dungeon. So, that being said, I'm leaving that chest with 50 rupees in it for now, and I will be getting it later in the walkthrough. So anyways, now we are heading into Kakariko Village. You want to head over to the 3rd building on the left, I believe it is, and it is an abandoned building that looks kind of like a shed. But in here, right in the middle of the floor, is the next golden bug, and it is the female ant. So with that, we have both of the golden bugs found in this area, and yeah. So you want to head out of this little building, head off to the right, and go over to the general store. And this building, like I say, it's the general store. It was owned by the owner of it. They never really say what her name was, but she was killed by the shadow beings when this area was covered in Twilight, so she's actually dead now. But you'll see that now there are these like sticker posters that are pasted over the titles, whatever, for the general store, and it has a picture of Malo's face, and you go inside and it says that it is Malo Mart. So you head inside, you don't see anything, but you can press A next to the shield, and Link will try to take it. From there you'll hear Malo's voice from below, and you couldn't see him because he was so short, and he will yell at you to tell you not to take his merchandise. So where he got all this, it is not exactly said. In this shop he sells a red potion, which is pretty worthless. He sells a wooden shield, which is handy in case you burned your Ordon shield when fighting the Bulbin archers and such with their flaming arrows. The real treat here is the Hylian Shield, which is a metal shield. There's no disadvantage to wearing that one, and it will not burn. So, because the next dungeon is a fire dungeon, it is good that we have a metal shield. So you want to head outside and just press the plus symbol on your Wiimote to bring up your menu screen, and then simply press A while highlighting the Hylian Shield to equip it. So with that, now we have the metal shield that will not burn, called the Hylian Shield, and we are finally ready to tackle Death Mountain. So now we are back on Death Mountain, and you want to set your iron boots to one of your item buttons, and then also set your slingshot to one of your item buttons. We'll be using that shortly. So now you just want to climb up the grating, or whatever, the wall here, and there's actually a ladder nearby, but that's broken. I'm not sure, Link has the same animation for climbing as he does. Well, I guess it's different when he climbs the ladder. I don't know if that would be easier, but you can just climb up. Once you get up to the top, the Goron that we met earlier, he will once again tell you, oh, you're back, you're just a weak human, and you're no match for him. So he will once again try and roll into you. Little does he know, now we have the iron boots, so equip it, and then grab him this time. And now we are heavy, so he can't knock us down, and Link will toss him off to the side. So we're going to be using this repeatedly. You want to just keep taking on and off the iron boots because they make you walk incredibly slow. You want to equip them as soon as you see a Goron start rolling at you. So just press A as soon as the icon appears at the bottom of your screen to grab them. So we're just going to keep on doing this repeatedly. You can leave the iron boots on if you want and continue walking that way, but it will probably take you a very long time to get up to the top of the mountain. So anyways, there's a whole ton of these Gorons, like 5 or 6 of them. Kind of annoying, really. You have to stop every couple seconds to get up here. And we've actually been up here before as a wolf. Well, this area was covered in Twilight, but now we are finally coming here in our Hylian form, so we're going to be interacting with this area a little bit differently. I just want to continue working your way up. There's a couple more Gorons along the way. Up ahead, there is a Howling Stone, which I'll talk more about as we get there. But the Howling Stones, you will howl to them as a wolf, and then they will allow you to get hidden skills in another location in Hyrule. So there's a Howling Stone up ahead that I already used, and so I got the hidden skill for that area already. So if you have not gotten that Howling Stone, then you will have to return here later. So we'll talk more about that in just a moment. In this area, you'll see that there are Bulbin archers. I'm not sure why the Gorons let there be Bulbins here, but maybe they just can't get to them because they're too high up there. There's a piece of hawk grass off to the side, and you can actually use it to attack the Bulbin archers. So you want to blow on it. Notice that the grass actually looks like a hawk, you know, in Link's hand or whatever, the grass itself. Anyways, you can use the hawk to smack the Bulbin archers. And here, I don't know, I always forget when I'm using the hawk. You're supposed to press A to use the hawk, but I always end up pressing B because that's your item button in the Wii version. So I press B to use the hawk, and it tells you to cancel. So like, I start using the hawk, and then I cancel it, and he flies away. And I do that like 3 or 4 times in a row usually. It's so aggravating when I'm trying to use the hawk. Anyway, you can press the minus sign to skip over the cutscene of, you know, the hawk flying towards Link and everything, so it saves a little time. So you can smack them all and everything, or you can use your Slingshot alternatively. So because your Slingshot, the pellets like follow gravity and like go down a little bit, you have to kind of aim up a little bit in order to hit the Bulbins. Also, another cool trick, especially in the Wii version, is you can hold down Z to strafe back and forth. I'll be doing this a lot in the next dungeon, but you can use it while using ranged weapons, and then you can strafe back and forth. But then, if you're using the Wii version in particular, you can like aim around more specifically with the Wiimote. So really cool. It makes ranged combat so much cooler. So here's that Howling Stone I was talking about earlier. You howl to them as a wolf, and they give you hidden skills. This one is the shield attack, and I howled to this one in Chapter 5, and also got the hidden skill in that chapter. So if you did not get it yet, you're going to have to return here later when we can become a wolf anytime we want. You'll be able to howl to that stone and get that hidden skill. So if you did not get it, sorry, but you're going to have to wait. So join me for the next video, and we will tackle the heart of Death Mountain just up ahead. So see you then.